Hello my friends, this is Moonday Faery and today we're gonna find out if you should stay or you should move on. This has been a requested video, so thank you very much for that. I'm really excited and happy to do this reading for you guys. Let me start from the basics. If you don't know how does it work, I'll quickly explain it to you. So we've got 4 piles of cards: pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3 and pile number 4, and you intuitively have to pick one group of cards, and this is going to hopefully give you all the answers you need. I always have to remind you guys, this is a general reading, so not everything is going to resonate with you. So take whatever does resonate with you and just simply leave the rest. Once again, general reading for all of you. What else? Thank you so much for all of you who have subscribed, who liked, who commented on my previous videos. I really do appreciate that, guys. You have no idea how much does it mean to me. I am just overwhelmed by your response, and I'm so happy. You have no clue. So thank you so much once again for everything. I really appreciate that. All right, is there anything else? I think that's it. That's all I wanted to actually say. Oh yeah, all the timestamps are going to be in the description box below, so you can just check the description box, and obviously you're gonna find all the timestamps and the links to them over there. And I guess this is it, and I'm gonna just start right now. Alright, group number 1. Hello, group number 1. In today's reading, once again, we're going to find out if you should stay or you should move on. Once again, I'll remind you, this is a general reading, so take whatever resonates with you and just simply leave the rest. So for today's reading, I've got 2 groups of tarot cards and 1 group of oracle cards that are going to be my advice for you. Well, we'll see how are they going to connect with these groups over here. So the first group of cards is going to tell us what would happen if you decided to stay, and the second group is going to tell us what would happen if you decided to go. Because you have to remember, tarot is not an like the last final answer. It gives you the options. So I just wanted to give you the option as well and show you what could most possibly happen if you choose one option or the other option. All right, so these are the too long nails. So these are the first 3 cards. I'm just gonna arrange them. I just need a bigger space for that, I've realized, because like I really need a bigger space for that. Can you see that? Oh my gosh, can't even see that well. Try to zoom you in a little bit. Oh, there we go. So, whoops. This is the option for you if you go. Alright, so let's start with the stay. Now, let me move this. Sorry guys, I'm being very disorganized at the moment. Okay. So, first option. What would happen if you decided to stay? So we've got 4 of Swords. We've got the Empress. And we've got 5 of Swords. Okay, and let's see what would happen if you decided to go. So we've got 6 of Wands, we've got Ace of Pentacles, and we've got Knight of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, I can see where this is going. So I think these cards I'm just gonna show you after I explain you this too. Okay, so the cards are showing me if you decided to stay, it is going to be, the first is going to be a period of rest. So it's going to be, if you have like fights with your partner, or if you have fights with your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, you know, it is going to be a period of rest. I think for the first moment they're actually going to kind of realize that you know, maybe they need this peace going on at the moment, because maybe there was too much fighting, too much chaos going on. So they will definitely show you, you know, some kind of a rest. So it is going to be a period of peace and a period of rest. The period of regeneration as well. This is definitely what I'm saying, like you and them kind of regenerating yourself and getting ready to kind of continue whatever you had. We also have the card of the Empress, and in this case I am seeing this is you. It doesn't matter whether you're a man watching it or a woman watching it. The Empress, you know, does have a gender, but it doesn't mean it's only about women or whatever. So we've got the Empress, and basically from what I'm seeing here is that you're gonna be spoiled, you know, like after this period of rest, after this period of Four of the Swords, you're gonna be spoiled. You are going to be surrounded by luxury. You are going to become the official partner, because I'm seeing that maybe you haven't been the official partner before. Maybe your relationship was kind of kept, well, not in a secret, but it's not like they were kind of bragging about being in a relationship, if you know what I mean. It's kind of like, unless you ask them clearly, like, do you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, then they would say, admit that, yeah. But if you didn't ask them, they would not tell you themselves. So the Empress is about becoming the official partner, the wifey card, you know, the mother card and everything like that. So this is what I'm seeing, you know, you're gonna be spoiled, you're gonna be surrounded by all of this. It is also a card that suggests that you know, you're gonna connect more with your feminine side. Once again, doesn't matter whether you're a guy or a girl, you know, like all of us have feminine and masculine side. So, you know, just if you don't agree with that, that's fine, but this is how it is, and this is how I'm seeing everything. So you are going to connect more with your feminine side, which means you are going to be more focused on like beauty, or once again, like beautiful interior, beautiful exterior, you know, like maybe even stuff like your own kind of beauty, you know, maybe going to the hairdressers, maybe going to like, you know, like shopping, buying yourself new stuff, you know, and just like being more feminine, honestly, like being more feminine. Well, we also have this Five of Swords. This is the only card that kind of worries me in this set of choice, of the choice if you decide to stay, because Five of Swords is speaking about the victory that has not been achieved by acting fair. So I'm seeing some kind of unfairness going on, some kind of deceivedness going on. Maybe there is a possibility, because there is this Empress card over here. So for some of you it might resonate. Once again, for some of you, this is general reading, it's not gonna be the same with everyone, but for some of you, I might feel like you are the other one. You're the lover, you are the mistress kind of thing, because the Empress can suggest that as well. So if you decide to stay and that they are married or they are already in a relationship, that means, you know, you're gonna win them over, you're gonna get that victory but it is not right. It is not fair. It brings bad karma, if you believe in that. It brings negative energy, because yes, there is this victory. You're gonna get them, like you're gonna win them back. You're gonna get them away from their wives, from their like girlfriends or husbands or boyfriends, you know. But it is not the best thing to do, the fair thing to do, if you know what I mean. It is not the right thing to do. So you're gonna achieve that victory, but to me it's kind of like a bitter victory. So that is for some of you, definitely, not all of you, once again. If you don't think you're in this kind of a situation where your partner you know, has someone, has a wife or a husband or like an official partner, it is possible that you're going to find out about it. I don't really see the cards that are showing like anything about like secrets or whatever, but to me it kind of indicates that this is this possibility, you know, that that you are the other one. You might win them over, yes, but I don't, you know, not all of us would want that kind of a victory. So this is what I'm saying, you know, it all depends on your own consciousness and everything. All right, but let's move to the other option. So this is the option if you decide to go, and this is much more clearer, I would say, to me than this first option, because if you decide to move on and go, like, step away, like from that, you know, step out from that relationship going on, I can see the good things happening. So first of all, we've got the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is always talking about the victory. So this is a different kind. It's very interesting that we have two victory cards, but we have one that has been achieved by by some trickery, by deceiving, like being like deceiving people, you know, not being right and not being fair. And we've got the Six of Wands, which is also the victory card, but this is the victory card that suggests that you've been working hard, so you deserve this victory. So there are two different types of victory cards going on over here. So let me start with this one. You know, if you decide to move on, I think what's going to happen is that the universe is actually going to you know, to recognize that you have been working hard in this relationship that has been going on over there, and you deserve something that is not going to be so stressful, so unsure, so difficult for you, and you are going to get something different, something, I don't want to say better, because I really don't want to influence that choice, because I want the cards to show you the possible options. But we've got the card that is like totally moving to like towards this Ace of Pentacles. You know, Ace of Pentacles, it is very often about the new beginnings, just like all of the aces. You know, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, which is talking more about the financial security, about everything that is going on with your finances, with your household, you know, like everything like that. So I feel like if you decide to move on, there is this chance for you that you are going to get this new beginning from someone you work with. This is what I'm personally getting, like this is someone you might be working, because also we've got this Knight of Pentacles, so it is the same suit. Pentacles are all about finances, you know, they're all about like your budget. It's about the, it's called the money suit, whatever, but it doesn't speak about your business. It talks about like work. So if you decide to move on, this is definitely going to happen. There is some new spark, like someone, you know, some new chance of meeting someone new. Also because the Knight of Pentacles is a card that brings the very positive news, and they bring the positive news in all possible fields, you know, like in all possible planes, let's say, and everything. So he is going to bring you something you have been waiting for, because he's usually coming in to bring you something you've been waiting for, whether it's work related, love related, anything, like education related, anything. So he's bringing the positive news. So this is, to me, you know, talking about like meeting someone new, maybe finally getting someone, you know, that is going to be, how to say that, that is going to be maybe someone you have been kind of waiting for, you know, that someone that you might have imagined as your perfect partner, your perfect twin flame, ultimate soulmate, whatever you want to call that. So this is what I'm seeing with these two options. But let's get some clarifiers. So these three cards are going to be my clarifiers. They are going to be my advice cards. So let's move to the first card. This is the first card. It's the healing. We've got Four of Emotion, which is the Four of Cups in the traditional tarot. And we've got Wedding. Wow. Alright. I'm seeing this wedding card, and straight away I do want to say that to me it does link to this first option, because it says this situation involves marriage. So that might resonate once again with some of you. I feel like this person you might be thinking of, there is a big possibility they are already married, and you are in this situation when you are the third person. The third person. This is the first message, like I'm getting, like intuitively in my head, like after seeing this card, honestly. Alright, so we've got the healing card over here. So the first advice is to because this card very often talks about, you know, like the hurt from the past, basically, you know, some hurting things from the past that you are going to remember about. You know, it talks about taking the time for you to heal again. You know, it is the time to heal your wounds. You know, it is speaking about being more empathetic towards yourself and towards the others. To me, in that case, in general, this card is going to mean that, you know, whichever option you are going to go for, you need to go through some emotional healing. You know, if you think you need some type of counseling, you should go for it. You know, like if you think you should maybe stay away from this person for now, you should totally do it, because this is what the card advises you, especially with this option number one, which is showing also the Four of Swords. So this is the card that talks about the rest, like I was saying before, about taking a pause in your action, and about restoring yourself and rejuvenating yourself. We also have the Four of Emotions. So this is the Four of Cups once again in traditional tarot. So what does it say? There are wonderful people who wish to help you. Opportunities are being offered to you, but you aren't noticing or trusting the gifts heaven is bestowing upon you. Look around you. Daydreaming or going within is a healthy way to get clarity as long as you act upon your dreams. So, you know, like if you think about the traditional tarot, how does it look like? It's very often showing like one person, like, you know, looking at the three of the cups and just noticing them, and there is like usually like a hand or another figure coming to them with like a fourth cup, you know, but they're not noticing that fourth cup, which is the opportunity, because they're so focused on these three cups. So, you know, this is the card. This is definitely the advice for the second option. So, you know, maybe you're so focused on the relationship that you have at the moment that you're not seeing this Knight of Pentacles, and you know that could be coming your way if you decide to move on. You know that you kind of maybe prefer to stay in this place because you kind of know what to expect. You know, if there has been fightings all the time, you at least know that you can expect that going on all the time. You know, because this is what I feel like this is very, because we have swords over here, I feel like this is a very difficult relationship, you know, including for some reason a lot of fights. This is what I'm getting. You know, while we have the pentacles over here, which are quite the opposite, which are the very stable and stagnant, you know, energy and suit of cards in general. So this is definitely, this card is linked to this second option. So, you know, it's just your choice whether you want to stay, you know, in this, or you want to move on. So this is all I'm getting for you guys for group number 1. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that helped. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Leave me some comments, likes, share this video if you feel like it is gonna help someone else. And thank you so much for watching once again, and I'll see you in the next one. Hello, group number 2. Thank you for being here. So I will quickly tell you how are we going to do our reading today. So I've got 2 piles of tarot cards. So they are going to show me the choices, because once again, just like I mentioned in the previous group, tarot is not the definite ultimate you know, future, and it doesn't, you know, I don't want you to think I'm telling you what to do. I want you to I want to show you the options. So we're gonna have the 2 options. I'm gonna show you what would happen if you decide to stay, and what is most possible to happen, most probably to happen if you decide to go. So the choice is yours. Once again, take whatever resonates with you and leave the rest, because this is the general reading, so not everything is going to resonate with you. I also have these cards here. These are the 3 oracle cards that are going to show me some, there are going to be some clarifiers for me, and are going to give you some more advice. So let's move first onto the tarot cards. So we are going to have 3 cards for what is going to happen if you decide to stay, and what is going to happen if you decide to go. Once again, I don't want you to think I'm telling you what to do. The choice is always yours, the decision is always yours. The cards are showing you the most probable outcome. Alright, so let's start with this. We've got Justice, we've got 10 of Wands, and we've got 10 of Pentacles. So we've got 2 10s. All right, and let's see what is happening if you decide to go. Page of Cups, 3 of Wands, and Ace of Swords. All right, so first thing, I'm definitely saying if you decide to stay, we have 2 cards of 10. So 10 might be meaningful to you. The number 10 could be meaningful to you. 10 in the suits of course, like the suits of whatever, wands, pentacles, swords, cups, it's about the completion. So I feel like whether, you know, you decide to stay or to go, it is going to be anyways a completion of some kind of a stage in that relationship. You know, I feel like, you know, if you decide to stay, we have the Justice card. So you are definitely going to, you know, see what is serving you in this relationship and what is not serving you. So I feel like no matter what, you are about to make a decision, you know, if you want to stay or you want to go. It is going to be a decision, you know, that that you want to base on the logic, and you are going to base on the facts. You know, maybe you're going to do even like to make some kind of a list, you know, that's going to show you the pros and cons of your current relationship, and then you know, like count them and see whether it's serving you or not serving you. I feel like you might be this kind of a person, or you might take this kind of approach. You know, we've got 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands, you know, it is a card, once again, that is about the completion. It's the last card in the Wands, in the suit of Wands, just before the court cards. So we've got this person who is carrying all these wands on them, you know, and it's like the middle of the night. It's difficult, you know, but they have the work to do, and they're going, to me, they're going uphill, and they're kind of struggling with that, you know. They're giving their last push, obviously, you know, because they're just like, I am almost there. But they're struggling, they're overworked, they've got so much, they've taken so much on their shoulders that they can barely walk. So I feel like this relationship, if you decide to stay, is very, very overwhelming. It's very difficult. It is very, not the draining, I don't want to use the word draining, but it is very difficult. I feel like if you decide to stay, there's so much you're gonna have to take on you, so many things. Maybe the other person, your partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or whatever, you know, like they are not giving as much into this relationship, or they're not gonna give as much in this relationship as you're gonna. So it feels like, for example, you're gonna give 80%, they're gonna give 20, you're gonna give 90%, they're gonna give 10. You know what I mean? So instead of, you know, if you decide to stay, this card is telling me that if you decide to stay, once again, you need to learn how to delegate some stuff. You need to learn how to say no. You need to learn how to divide, you know, that everything that is going on. Maybe even like silly things like the chores, you know, at home. Like, you know, you need to tell them, okay, for example, I'm gonna do the dishes this week, you are gonna, I don't know, you're gonna cook, or the other way around. Because I feel like you are about to take so much on you that, you know, that your back, that you're gonna break soon, you know, like you are going to try, like all the time you're going to try to justify you know, that, oh yeah, maybe they're tired after work, maybe that's why, you know, I'm gonna do this for them and that for them and that for them. But I get that, but if, you know, like you have to look at the things from a perspective that is very fair, you know, like if they're not being, like if they're not acting fair, if they're using you, you need to, you know, you need to stop that, you know. You need to you know, make sure that you say no if you feel like they are trying to make you do too much, you know, because this is what I'm getting. We also have the card of 10 of Pentacles. This is another card about the completion. This is another card, you know, that is showing like this last push again. But the 10 of Pentacles is a very, very positive card. It speaks about the generations very often. Well, maybe not in this tarot, because you don't see people like you, for example, see in traditional Rider-Waite-Smith. You have this chest overflowing with the pentacles, you know. So it very often speaks about the generations once again, like, you know, in this case, having this, you know, having a family with this person, to me, having a family, you know, that is gonna last, basically, well, yeah, last, you know. It doesn't say you're gonna get a divorce or whatever, you know. It tells me that, you know, if you decide to stay, if you decide to learn how to say no, if you think, because this is what I'm getting, if you decide to work on this relationship, but it has to be both of you, not just you, both of you. If you decide to work on this relationship, there is like this hidden chest of treasure that is going to unfold, like, just before your eyes, you know, that you are going to you know, I don't know how to say that you are going to find this, like, this hidden gem, basically, that, you know, it's gonna be really great, really positive, you know, really fulfilling. But that's the thing, it's only going to happen if there is going to be work put into that, because this is not the type of relationship where I'm saying everything is rosy and just, you know, like unicorns, fairies and whatever. This is the relationship that needs work, and it needs a lot of work. But you can't take it only on yourself and on your shoulders. You need to learn how to say no. You need to make sure your partner is also going to put work into that. It can't be just you. It's going to be too much for you to take, just for yourself. Okay, let's move to the option number 2. So this is the option, you know, this what is most probably going to happen if you decide to go. So we've got 2 cards here that are showing me the beginning of something new. We've got the Page of Cups and we've got the Ace of Swords. Page of Cups, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to talk about the person, you know. It can be talking about the messages, because the pages, you know, like they bring messages, and to me the Page of Cups is a messenger. You know, he is basically going to show you that you know, there is something also, you know, good waiting for you. There might be something unfolding. There might be someone that is new in your surroundings, you know, that they might be interested in you, and there would be a chance, you know, for you too to you know, like maybe start going out and maybe start seeing each other and start seeing some new options. Like Page of Cups, I'm feeling that, you know, it's going to be the person who is you know, who is quite emotional, but not in a negative way. They are just trying to learn how to control their emotions, but they're also like someone who is very trusting with their feelings, you know. So I feel like if you decide to move on, this is the person you are most probably going to meet next. Someone who is very trusting with their feelings, who have not maybe even been hurt before in the past, so they don't really know. So they're once again very trusting, very open-minded when it comes to relationships and love and everything. And there's someone like who is like looking forward to you know, to get to know you better. We also have the Three of Wands, and the Three of Wands, it's kind of like the first stage of completion of a project, you know. Like we've got the merchant who is basically looking at this ship over here that he must probably have sent, you know, because he has been working hard, and you know, he is seeing like the first fruits of his labor. It's not like complete completion. It's like the first stage of completion of some kind of project. So, you know, we also have birds here, and birds also are messengers in tarot, and like everywhere they're the symbols of a message coming in, so that would relate to this Page of Cups. You know, so I feel like once you kind of get over that person, if once again if you decide to move on, you are just going to realize, you know, there is the whole world in front of you, because this is how it is. We don't have only one soulmate on the earth. We've got infinite number of soulmates, because imagine, you know, how difficult that would be. You're just one person. I don't know, let's say, yeah, you're here in UK, and your soulmate, your ultimate soulmate, the only person you're supposed to be with is, I don't know, in New Zealand, you know. So that means if you don't move to New Zealand, or if they don't move to UK, you are gonna be forever alone. Well, no, that would not make any sense. So, you know, if you decide to move on and you will get over this person you are thinking about, you're thinking of, you know, you're gonna see that, you know, there is like the whole world in front of you. There is so many new possibilities. There is new people awaiting you, new relationships, new adventures, I would say, you know, like you maybe, because I don't know why I'm getting a message of studying, so I feel like, you know, you might be going back to school for some reason, or just going to school, or maybe, you know, if you were always hoping and dreaming that you are gonna go to uni or something like that, or you're gonna go to some kind of a course even, I feel like this might be coming true for you. You know, you are more try to focus on something like that, especially with this Ace of Swords, which is about the new beginnings. But we have to remember that the Suit of Swords is about it's about like knowledge, intelligence, communication, and everything like that. So to me it feels like you might be going to uni, you might be going to some kind of a course, you know, and you might actually meet someone over there, like another soulmate. So this is it. Like, let's see what kind of advice cards we are going to get. So we've got Acceptance, we've got Guardian of Abundance. I think it might be the King of Pentacles in traditional tarot. Sorry, I never know. I always am confused with these ones. I always forget. And we've got Let Go of Control issues. All right. So the first card is definitely the Acceptance. So, you know, you might be wondering all the time, like, oh, what could have been if I decide to stay or if I decide to go, which is like literally perfect card for this reading. But I feel like you are so torn apart this choice, and you have been thinking about it for a long time. So this is not the, you know, something that came like up just recently. It is something that you have been wondering about for some time. But you have to remember also your time is very precious. So you need to make sure, you know, if you want to you know, continue this relationship, because I feel like this has been going on for some time, some probably years, because we have these two cards of completion over here. So this is what I'm getting, like, you know, so you're not really sure if you are actually wasting your time with this person and wasting these years with this person, or it's finally time to move on and just find something maybe better for yourself. You know, this card is also saying that, you know, you need to kind of accept yourself for what you are and learn how to love yourself first. You know, so it would again indicate to me that you are taking so much on your own shoulders that maybe you know, you forgot even how to love yourself truly, and how it is to spoil yourself from time to time, because you're putting so much energy into this relationship to make it work. And like I was saying before, I feel like you're giving more than your partner does. You need to learn how to say no, and you need to finally make this decision whether you want to be with them, or it is the time to move on, because it is honestly just wasting your time. Then we have the Guardian of Abundance. This is a time of great success for you. All your plans are blessed and will move forward perfectly. Unexpected job opportunities arise in the near future. Make sure to accept them. This card indicates that someone with an amazing career is involved in the situation. This is a powerful person with great integrity who enjoys hard work. This person could be you. This is what I wanted to say. Like, to me, this, once again, like everything I'm seeing here, it indicates to me that you are a very hardworking person, whether it's you know, in your career, in your job, or you know, or the relationship, the emotional hardworking. You know, it doesn't matter, or maybe both. Maybe you're actually working really hard and you're focusing on your career, but you're also trying to be the best girlfriend, boyfriend, mother, father, you know, whatever. So it is like, to me, you know, whichever choice you're gonna make, you are gonna give your best to make it successful. This is what I'm getting, because you're a very stable person. We have so many like wants here, but I don't know why. I feel like you are more, you could be more of the earth sign for some reason, which is Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. I don't know, I'm getting very strong Taurus vibes. Might be wrong, you know, once again, take whatever resonates with you, leave the rest. This is what I'm getting. We also have the let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. So once again, it doesn't matter, you know, which way you're gonna go. You need to remember that you can't control everything in your life. You need to also, because this, I don't know, it is so linked to me with this card over here, that, you know, maybe you're the kind of person who is taking everything on your own shoulders, because you think like, oh, if they're gonna wash the dishes, it's not gonna be the way I like it, and it's not gonna be as perfect as I'm doing it, so I'm gonna do it, even though I'm dying after like 10-hour shift at work. You know, you need to remember about that. So whatever choice you're gonna make, if you're gonna stay with that person or you're going to move on, you need to remember, you know, not to push any kind of situation too much. You know, you need to also give them a little bit of freedom, so they can do whatever they feel like they can do, and they don't feel controlled. Because sometimes when you are pushing someone, you know, you are also pushing them away from you in the same time. So this is all I'm getting for your group number 2. I hope this was helpful to you. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Give me some like, give me some comments, you know, share this video if you feel like it might help someone else. And thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Hello group number 3, thank you for being here. Alright, let me quickly explain how is this reading gonna work. So we've got 2 groups of tarot cards, and we've got 1 group of oracle cards that are gonna be my clarifiers and the advice cards for you. So like I was saying in the previous groups, the tarot doesn't give the infinite answer, and I don't want you to think also that I'm telling you what to do, or tarot cards are telling you what to do. The choice is always yours. The tarot is going to show you the possibilities. So we've got the possibility number 1, which is what is most probably going to happen if you decide to stay, and we've got the possibility number 2, which is going to be what is most likely to happen if you decide to go. And then I'm gonna uncover my oracle cards to see what extra advice they are going to give us. So let's start with this tarot cards, and we've got two possibilities. Once again, take whatever resonates with you, leave the rest, because this is the general reading. Not everything is gonna match with your situation. So let's see what is gonna happen if you decide to stay. We've got 8 of Cups, we've got the 4 of Pentacles, we've got 6 of Pentacles. Okay, and what is going to happen if you decide to go? We've got 2 of Swords, King of Cups, and we've got Knight of Wands. Okay. Alright, so I feel like in your head you have kind of make the decision, like you've made the decision already that you want to go, but you are most probably looking for something that can confirm your choice, because we've got this 8 of Cups here in the cards that are supposedly show what's going to happen if you decide to stay. But the 8 of Cups is always about moving on. It is moving away from some kind of emotional situation and going on a new journey, and just taking this new path and just leaving what you've already known, but it is not serving you. So it is moving away from that. This is what I'm getting, and it's interesting because, like, on the group beneath that, you know, we've got 2 of Swords, and this is the card that is always showing the very difficult choice to make. You know, that you have this choice between, like, most probably 2 options that are equally as important and equally as difficult to make, because they both have the same amount of pros and cons in them. So this is interesting, but I feel like you kind of made the decision, because if you decide to stay, we've also got the 4 of Pentacles, and 4 of Pentacles is very often about the greed, but it's not only about the possessions, like the earthly possessions and everything. It's also, to me, about the emotional greed. It's about holding on to something or someone very hard so they don't move from you, so they don't go away from you, so you don't lose them, or they don't lose you. This is what I'm feeling. So I feel like this relationship with this person, I feel like they're kind of smothering you, and like emotionally, and maybe because we've got Pentacles over here, they have kind of control over you because of the finances. I feel like there is some finance stuff going on, like money stuff going on. Maybe they're earning more than you, or maybe you're unemployed, and because of various reasons, I don't judge, you know, maybe you don't want to, or maybe you can't, or maybe, I don't know, you've lost your job and they're the only ones that are like the breadwinners in that household, and they're kind of telling you that, you know, this is the power they have over you, it's the money. This is what I'm getting. Or maybe you are in some kind of a financial debt and they're helping you to pay that. You know, I'm getting a lot of money related energy over here. We also have the 6 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Pentacles is very often about the you know, like giving whenever you can, or receiving or asking for help when you need it. So once again, to me, I don't know, this is really linked to this 4 of Pentacles to me, and this is the imbalance of the giving and receiving. So it's not 50-50, you know, like I feel that there is 2 possibilities here. Okay, so either it's them who have a grasp on you and have a hold of you because they are giving you the money, and you know, you are kind of tied to them because of financial stuff. Or the other option is that they are holding very strongly onto you because you have this money and they want this money. All right, this is what I'm getting. So it's either way, either it's you that is kind of tied to them because of money, or they are trying to hold on to you so hard because they are getting the money from you, or maybe they're unemployed, but not because they not because of something happened and they're unemployed, but because they're lazy, they don't want to do it. Or maybe they are just doing like a part-time, but once again, not because they can't do it, but because they know you're going to give them the money anyways, and you're going to provide for them. So there is like no balance in giving and receiving. It's one of like, it's either you giving more, or they are giving a lot, but they are kind of doing that so you are fine to them, if that makes any sense. So I feel like either way you have made the decision already, but you're looking for the confirmation of that. So if you decide to go, so once again we've got the Two of Swords, if you decide to go, you are probably still gonna be thinking about that, and you are gonna be thinking about it for a long time. It's not gonna like go like get out from your head very easily. It is gonna take you time. But we've got the King of Cups and we've got the Knight of Wands over here, and if you decide to move on, I feel like there is also more possibilities for you going on. So the Knight of Wands very often indicates the travel or movement. Very often it is related to work or to job. So I feel like if you're in the situation when you are the one who is unemployed, who doesn't work, or maybe is doing a very small amount of hours at work, working just part-time, and this person is the only person that is giving you the money or whatever, you are gonna get the job that might require you to travel for that. I'm not saying you're going to be traveling to another country for that. There is a possibility of that, but I don't feel that it is in that case. But it's going to be a job that you're going to have to travel to, so it's not going to be around the corner. Or you might even have to move, you know, for that job, like move out from your house or something like that, and move like just somewhere else so you can be closer to that place. Maybe it's going to be in the other city, or at the end, like I don't know, on the other side of your city or hometown, whatever. So for that you are going to have to most probably take that and just move. But I feel like if you decide to go, you are also going to meet someone who is most probably, I'm not saying definitely, but most probably from the water sign. Yeah, so it's going to be either like Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. I'm getting Pisces the most for some reason. I mean, for some reason, because King of Cups is usually Pisces, but this is what I'm getting. And then they are some, like, it doesn't mean they're gonna be your partner for life. It doesn't mean they're gonna be a romantic partner, but I feel like they are going to somehow help you to move on. They are going to be, maybe they're going to be your best friend, you know, maybe they're going to be just your counselor, maybe they're going to be someone who you can just trust and talk about the issues you had before, and maybe the trust issues you've got now. And there's someone who is like emotionally stable. You know, there's someone who are gonna help you understand the things. So for some reason I'm getting the counselor over here. You know, maybe there are someone, I mean, maybe there's someone who are going to make sure that, you know, your emotional life is going back to balance again. So this is what I'm getting from this tarot cards. But let's see, what do we have in the advice cards? So that's gonna help me to get more clarity. Okay, we've got Divine Companion, we've got Review and Contemplation, which is the Judgment card in traditional tarot, and we've got Passion. All right, So the first card, the Divine Companion. I don't know if you're a religious person, you know, you don't have to be, or it doesn't matter what kind of religion you believe in, you know, whether you know that or you don't know that, you do have this support, you know, like you do have the support from the divine being. It could be your angel, it could be your guardian angel, it could be your ancestor, it could be a spirit guide, you know, it could be a totem guide or any other helper. It could be the universe, God, goddess. Like I said, whatever you believe in, they are there. They are there to support you in any choice that you are going to make. You know, you just need to learn how to accept their help, because I feel like they're trying to help you, or maybe to guide you a little bit, but you feel that, you might be feeling that, but you don't want to kind of accept that for some reason. You know, it also tells you about some acts of like unexpected kindness going on in your life as well. And I feel like, you know, it could be a friend, or maybe someone from your past, most likely a friend from the past, you know, maybe childhood friend, who is going to be there and definitely help you in the difficult times. Whether you decide to stay or to go, they are going to be there to support you, mostly emotionally, on the emotional level. So we have this review and contemplation. You've accomplished a great deal in your life and you have much to be proud of. Now it's time to decide what's next. This is so linked to this card, I'm sorry, but this is so linked to this card. As you contemplate the past and the present, you'll get clear on your divine life purpose. Don't be distracted by conventional thinking, be the real you. So this card very often speaks about the rebirth and about the things, you know, like renewing themselves. I think this is the time for you to renew yourself, to get this rebirth, you know, to just let some of the things that are not serving you die. And only when you allow that to happen, you are going to be able to resurrect, because this card is very often the card of the resurrection as well. So you know, it is going to help you see more clearly the whole situation that is going on. We have got also the card of the Passion from the Romance Angels, and this is saying like, allow your heart and soul to sink with joy. It doesn't have to be a passion that is like a fiery passion between two people. It can be, but I feel like this, for some reason, is not linked with the passion between two people. It's about your passion and your divine life purpose. So I feel like you are going to connect with that finally. You are going to maybe find out what your you know, your higher soul's purpose is actually, you know. So you are going to be much more positive, and you're going to be much happier about that, because you will finally find out what is the best for you and what is giving you joy and happiness. So this is all I'm seeing for the group number 3. Thank you so much for being here. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet, and you know, leave me some likes, some comments, you know, share this video if you feel like it is going to help someone else. And thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Hello group number 4, thank you for being here. So I will quickly explain how today's reading is going to look like. So I've got 2 piles of tarot cards that are gonna show us 2 possibilities, because I want you to remember that tarot doesn't show the you know, it's not the things, are not set in stone, okay? The future is fluid, so anything can change. But I also don't want you to think that I'm telling you what to do. The tarot is there to give you the options and to show you what is going to happen if. So we have two options here. So we are going to see what is most likely to happen if you decide to stay, and what is most likely to happen if you decide to go. And we also have 3 oracle cards that are going to be my clarifiers and also give us some extra advice into the situation. So let me start with the tarot. So the top is for stay option and the bottom is for the move option. Alright, so let's start with this. So we've got 3 of Cups, we've got Page of Pentacles, and we've got the Hanging Man. And for the move option, we've got 7 of Cups, we've got the 4, and we've got the Knight of Cups. Today I'm getting a lot of knights for some reason. Alright, so this is what I'm getting for the first option, for the option to stay. I feel like either your relationship with that person is quite fresh, or another possibility is that they are very young and or immature. I mean, the Page of Pentacles is very often showing a young person who is mature, but for some reason, especially with this 3 of Cups and the Hanging Man, I feel like they are quite emotionally immature. They might be mature in the other aspects of their lives, like maybe finances, maybe work, maybe school, maybe whatever, but I feel like when it comes to the relationship, they are not there yet. I feel like one of you, either them or you, are someone who prefers to be having a little bit more fun, who prefers something that is not very serious. So if you're looking for something serious, that they are not mature enough yet to offer you something serious, or vice versa. If they want something serious, you might be thinking of this relationship more as of, you know, just dating period or whatever, and you're not really looking for anything that is going to lead to something more serious. So I feel like in this relationship there is a lot of fun going on, a lot of you know, like good times, because 3 of Cups is about the celebration, it's about having fun, it's about the you know, having fun in a group, you know, meeting with your girlfriends, meeting with your guy friends, whatever is that. So it is all about like having fun and just, you know, not thinking too seriously about other stuff. So we have this Page of Pentacles, just like I was saying before. He's most probably a young person, so that they might be younger than you, or they are mentally, emotionally not there yet. They're not like on the adult stage, you know, like emotionally. Page of Pentacles is someone who is to me very focused on the knowledge, of getting more knowledge, on studying. They are someone who is very stable and grounded in general, but I feel like for some reason they're not that emotionally. They don't think serious about this yet. Or like I said, maybe it's you who doesn't want anything serious and they want something serious, but you're just like, no, it's too early, I don't want that, you know, it's too much, too soon. I feel like they're a very beautiful or handsome person, because we've got this peacock over here, and for some reason I feel like this is showing a lot of beauty, you know. Yeah, I mean, this is what I'm getting from this. We have the Hanging Man, so to me it clearly shows this one thing. Yeah, so it's either you or them. They're kind of hanging on there, not being really sure what to do. I mean, maybe you are sure what to do, but you don't want to make the decision, or they don't want to make the decision. You know, maybe you're just like, yeah, it's kind of cool, we're just dating, but I don't want to have anything serious with them, but I'm just gonna let them like hang in there, you know, because I like them around, and it's really convenient to have them around. It's nice to have them around, so I don't have to like worry about maybe finding someone else. This is for some reason what I'm getting from this card. It's very convenient for one of you to be with another person and letting them hang in the air, like literally hang in the air, not really telling one another what do you really want from this relationship. It's you know, it's either them not telling you that they don't think seriously about it, or it's you that don't want to tell them you know that you don't want anything serious, even though they expect that from you. So either way, you know, I feel like this is definitely not something serious. You know, this is definitely not something serious, either from your side or from their side. It is not something serious, and at least for now, and they one of you doesn't treat the other one as the like the official partner. I'm not saying there is cheating going on, but there could be like flirting going on from one of you, from one side, you know. Just if someone asks, oh yeah, do you have a girlfriend, boyfriend, we'll be like, yeah, but you know, we're not that serious yet, or we're open to dating other people, or you know, we're not like just, you know, exclusive to each other. This is the vibe I'm getting. So I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, but this is what I'm getting from the top row of the cards. So we've got the bottom row of the cards. So this is about what is most likely to happen if you decide to move on, and we've got Seven of Cups. So this first card is definitely showing me you know, being kind of even overwhelmed with the choice, that there is going to be most probably so many guys or so many girls that are going to be around you offering you, you know, like this dating, or just I don't know, just meeting you or something like that, that you're gonna be like, wow, you know, so many people to choose from. Like literally, this is what I'm getting. Obviously, just like we're talking about real life, so how it is in real life, some of them are gonna have like really nice and pure intentions, and some of them are gonna be shitty people who just want you know, just score you or something. Well, if you, I mean, if it's okay with you, then yeah, fine, go for it. But just like, I don't judge, but just saying, if you're someone who's looking for something more serious, make sure you're looking more deeply into that, into them, into their intentions, before you actually you know, I don't know, fall for them or whatever. We have the Fool card, and you know, to me the Fool is indicating definitely a new beginning. It's he's indicating like taking a risk. He's you know, showing that sometimes, you know, being like not extremely serious about stuff, it's actually good for you, you know, but you just need to remember, you know, there's so many things you need to learn from life, and there's so many lessons you need to learn from other people and from different situations and from different well, different things that are going on in your life in general, you know. So you are not going to be this fool forever, and you're going to learn, and you're going to grow thanks to that. This is what I'm getting from this Fool card, but like I said, it's definitely a card of a new beginning. So if you decide to move on, there is a new beginning awaiting you. You might not be 100% sure, convinced if that's okay, but it's gonna it's gonna include your faith, you know, like if you believe in having this leap of, like doing this leap of faith, or you you prefer to, you're going to prefer to stay with the things you already know. We have also the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups is like one of the most romantic cards in tarot, because he is someone who is going to bring you these cup of feelings, you know. So it does indicate something going on, and to me it feels like it might be something serious. So if you are looking for something serious, we do have this Knight of Cups who is there to offer you the seriousness you're looking for. Or if you're not looking for something serious, you might completely change your mind, you know, and just actually, you know, you're gonna find out that yeah, you kind of, yeah, you want to be serious with that person. So either way, we'll see. I'm gonna get some clarifying cards now, some of the oracle cards. So the first card we've got is ingenuity, whatever you pronounce it, sorry. And we've got Six of Emotions, which is the Six of Cups in traditional tarot, and we've got Retreat. Interesting. So I am going to start with the card of ingenuity. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Sorry, English is not my first language, and sometimes some things are difficult to pronounce. They sound right in my head, but they don't sound right when I actually when I actually say them. But this card speaks about solving a problem. You know, this card speaks about having a problem and solving it, acknowledging there is a mistake or a risk, and you've done it before and you're repeating the same pattern. You know, you basically need a kind of a different solution that you would normally take to solve this problem. Oh, what else? This is pretty much all I'm getting from this card for some reason. That, you know, this card basically is telling you that you have been repeating the same mistakes, maybe relationship mistakes, all over, like, you know, again and again and again. Maybe even with different people. It doesn't have to be with the person you are with now. Maybe it's even like with your previous relationships, and you're seeing the same pattern going on all the time, and you're still not really learning from it. You know, you're not taking out anything from it. And this card is basically advising you that, you know, see that pattern, acknowledge that pattern, and just learn from it so you don't make the same mistakes. You know, either in the same relationship in the future or in a new relationship in the future. So yeah, this is all I'm getting from this card. And then let's see this one, Six of Emotion. Memories can fill your heart with many emotions. It's important to remember your past accurately without seeing it as better or worse than it was. People you used to know may return to your life unexpectedly. Children could be an important issue, or you may need to reconnect with your own inner child. For me, I don't think... Obviously, for some of you, there could be children involved in that situation, but I feel like for most of you, it is about reconnecting with your inner child, you know. It is the card that is talking about the past, and for some reason I feel like, you know, it is very linked with this card over here. And it is like it is talking about healing your past and healing your inner child, healing your emotional wounds, you know, the things that you have like got from your previous relationships, you know, again making the same mistakes again, you know, they are in the past, so you need to learn how to grow and how to heal whatever was not serving you, so you can move on to something that is better for you. We also have the card of retreat, and it says it's time to disconnect from the world. So it doesn't necessarily mean you have to leave that person, you know, you are with. It speaks, you know, if you decide to stay with that person, you know, it does say that you need a little bit of pause at the moment. You need a little bit of you time, or me time, so called, you know, like you need some time to just be alone with your thoughts, you know, and I think like heal your inner self, and think about your past and learn from the past, so once again you don't make the same mistakes again. This is all I'm getting for you, group number 4. So thank you so much for being here. I hope that was helpful to you. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet, and don't forget to give me some likes, comments, and share this video if you feel like it is gonna help someone else. And thank you so much once again, and I'll see you in the next one.